Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be setting up Powerline tools in Windows Terminal on Windows 11 following the official documentation of Microsoft. So I'll leave this link in the description below. Now there's a tutorial video on the page, but it's really outdated and it doesn't work anymore. So we are going to be setting up. Besides, that is for Windows 10 and we are on Windows 11 now, so we get somewhere. Alright, so first of all, you need the Cascadia code, so you can use this link to take you to this page where you can download the Cascadia code. If you watched my last tutorial on customizing the Git bash, you'd probably have it on your machine already, so you don't have to worry about that. If you did, then you would have to install Git. Again, if you followed that tutorial, I'll leave the link to that tutorial in this video description, so if you want to check it out, you can check it out. But then you can use this link to download the latest version of Git. Alright, so we are going to set up My Posh and then Posh Git using PowerShell. So we are going to open PowerShell. So come to start and just type PowerShell, then open the core PowerShell. Okay, so what we are going to do here is just copy and execute these instructions. So copy the first line, which is install PoshGit, and scope it to the current user. You can use Ctrl V or Shift Insert to paste, then hit enter. It's going to download. It will take a while, so let's wait. So just hit yes. If you hit enter as well, it's going to work because the default is yes. Okay, so here you can say A to accept all. Okay, so once the download is complete, just copy the next line of code, but this is very key. Do not copy the dash required version, just copy up to the current user, paste it and run. So hit A for all. So if you have the PowerShell 7 installed, you can open that as well if you want to set things up there as well. So you can open with PowerShell. Okay, so you can set it up on this as well, but I'm just going to walk you through one so that you can take care of the rest for yourself. Okay, so while this is downloading, let's install for this one as well. So I'm just going to copy this, install. So we are making progress. I'm just going to hit A for all. Okay, so once this is done installing, we can continue with the documentation. So since this is not the core, since this is not the core, you will not be using this line. So we just come to this point and copy these lines of code, and then we are going to type in notepad $, then you add profile, then hit enter, and then click yes, and then paste the code we copied, hit save, then close it. Then now when you close this PowerShell, come down to Windows and hit PowerShell again and open it. You are going to get this weird error saying that it could not execute some PowerShell command because it's restricted. So what you can do is you can go to the execution policy sections if you want. So I'll leave the link to this in the description as well. So we are going to set the execution policy to unrestricted. So set execution policy, and we are going to make it unrestricted. So hit enter. So we are going to say A for all. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to run PowerShell as administrator. search for PowerShell, and then right click and hit run as admin, then hit yes, and put in set dash execution policy, then space, then unrestricted, and hit enter, then say A for all. Then you can now launch PowerShell again, and this time around you get this kind of feel, but we don't want this kind of icons. It's really bad. So what we are going to do is we are going to install the fonts we downloaded, which is the Cascadia code. So you can come to your downloads, compressed, and then extract it. The folder you download would be something like this, a zipped file. Extract it, open the TTF, then go to static, then you can select all, right click and hit install. So I've already installed them, so I'm just going to move along with this. So hit on the logo, then come to defaults, come to font, and then scroll up and select Cascadia code PL. You can change the font if you want. I'm just going to leave it at 18 and hit OK. Then click there again and come to properties and change this to Cascadia code PL as well. You can change it to 18 if you want, then hit OK. So now we get this better feel of things. Okay, so now if I open this again, if I reopen this, so PowerShell, I get this nice icon kind of feel, which is really cool. But these aren't the only themes that are available on PoshGate. So I'll leave a link to the available themes. There are a ton of them. You can create your own if you want. So I'm going to set this one to rank. So I'll just say, okay, so I'm using the up arrow key to get my history. Then I'll change the theme to rank and hit save. Then I'll reopen PowerShell again. So when I open PowerShell now, the theme has changed to the theme I just applied, which is the rank, and I think it's really cool. Okay, so you've successfully set up the power line on Windows PowerShell core. On Windows PowerShell, sorry, that was not core. So if you are running on the core, you do the same thing. So wait for this thing to finish installing. Okay, so once the first one is done installing, you can hit the second one, which is the My Posh. So this is the PowerShell core, then hit A for all and wait for it to finish installing. Okay, so since this is the core, we are going to be adding this line. So you can copy it this way, or you can just hit the copy up here and it will be copied. Okay, so while this is installing, we can go through the themes, look at which one amuses us, then maybe we can think of using it. So we have the space, we have the spaceship, the star, minimal. Okay, so there are a lot of themes you can choose from. So just go through and just make use of the name. So this was the default one that was given to us, the paradox. Okay, I think I like this one as well. MT, it's really nice. Okay, so once this is done, you post in the next line, then hit enter. It's going to install PS readline, which is required for core. Now the reason is core is open source, and so we need some additional dependencies to run things smoothly. Okay, so it says PS readline is currently in use, blah blah blah. That, I think that's because I was running the other PowerShell, but no problem. You can just paste in this, which is notepad profile, and hit yes. Then you can copy this, that is the styles, and paste it in here and change this to a theme you like. I'm just going to change it to MT and hit save. Okay, so once this is done, you can close this, come to start and hit PowerShell, then open the PowerShell 7 and your theme is ready to be used. So this is the MT. You can change the profile to any profile at all you want. So just go through and change it. Now Windows 11 comes with its own terminal called Windows Terminal. So if you right click anywhere, you can see open in Windows Terminal. Now when you open in Windows Terminal, you get this weird error we had back there when we were setting up PowerShell. So what you do is just come to this arrow icon, come to settings, and then when you check the documentation, to tell you to set the font face to Cascadia code. So I'm just going to copy the font face. Then I'm going to place it in global. So the defaults, I'm just going to paste it here under defaults, which is font face and Cascadia code PL, and save. Then I can close this. Okay, so now when I open PowerShell, I shouldn't have any errors. We can also add a new PowerShell, and this is what makes it great, because you can add tabs of command lines. So you can say we have this one here, we have that one there. So you can change the themes as you seem fit. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Thank you, and see you in another video.